Hello, this is my Node and React presentation, and I am going to show what it does first and then explain what's going on behind under the scenes, under the hood. There's a Vans Live application, and over here you have a couple of links to it, and you can click the About button. Note that everything else is disappearing and then it redirecting you to the Vans button right here. So if you go to here and press Explorer Vans, you'll get to the Vans grid right here. From here, you can filter out your Vans by their types. And you can clear filter, and you can go to a van and see its description. Now, rent a van is not working. It's there for just the presentation purposes. This is an extra functionality that I didn't want to implement. From over here, you can back to all vans, or you can see the vans like that based on its type, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna tell you how it works later. And from here, you can log into your personal page right here. And it does give you a meaningful error handling per se. If I'm not logged in here, I'm doing the, I got the error from browser that the fields are required. If I will try to log in with a different name and password, I will get the error from a server right here with the name, with the message from a server, which is pretty cool too. So let me, and I also have a register route as well, but it will be just empty fields, nothing cool about the register route. So I'm gonna log in with already a populated profile here with my secret password and my email address. I'm gonna go ahead and log in, and notice, well, I'm gonna explain it later. Now here I have my welcome page with my income that is calculated based on last 30 days. And this number gives, there is a mock income in the database, so I have some numbers in a database in my MongoDB. And you have your listed vans right here. You can go to the income tab. There is your income. And this is past 30 days, so it's reflecting only the income from May the 30th and June the 3rd, which is accurate. All right. And you can click and see all the transactions for the month. And yeah, that's that. That's pretty neat. It took me some time. And the Vans tab, it's your listed vans right here, which has an add van button, and you can also go to the van details and edit them. When you add in a van, you have this tab right here that you can, let's create one. Let's call it a super van. And let's say it's gonna cost $300. My van for superheroes. And let me see if there is a superhero van out there. That looks like one. Not a link address. I need an image. Let me see if the image is okay. Yeah, it looks like it is. We go ahead and insert that to here, and we want that to be not simple. Let's say it's a luxury van for luxury people. and we click submit. And here it is, our super van. And it's also listed to our public vans right here. That is that. And if you don't like something about that, you just go and change something on it, and it will be updated automatically, and it should work better, but it's not. Notice how the title is not updated right away, and it is after a second update, but it is what it is. It's a bug. I have to fix it, and it's not that easy. I'm going to show you why later, but it works, which is great. This is, by the way, the buggiest of the features right here, and it's, yes, because of me, but also because I was using just simple inputs and simple select tags rather than tested and nicely developed CSS modules like MUI or something that is less buggy and more predictable in use. We back to all bands, we edited them. Okay, and if you want to update the pricing is right here. And there can be a photo library as well displayed. And again, this is a functionality that is only a future project probably. The most complicated of those things is the review tab right here. Review tab consists of reviews that are calculated. This is a total review score that is calculated based on last 30 days. On the dashboard, the review score is calculated over all reviews. 240 reviews got their average, and over here is only 30 days included in this score right here. And you can also, there is a pagination added to here, and you can, yeah, this is a custom made from scratch buttons right here, and it all works, and it took me some time. Something went wrong. I'm wondering, oh, too many requests. That's probably a limiter or something. Let's go back to, oh, interesting. I'm gonna turn off the limiter. My poor server, it had seen things. What does the limiter say? Maybe this will fix it. Let's see. Reviews. Okay, there we are. Okay, and see how the link is updated too. You can also filter them by star rating, which will also be reflected in the URL, which is pretty cool. Took me some time. And you can also browse through that. Yeah, and that's that. What's cool about it is the usage of React or our router rather than just a simple React. So the routes that you had been seeing right here are done on browser side, and everything is being sent through the browser. Per se, here is my review component, which looks pretty simple. The functionality is a couple of handle clicks and one use effect that is actually looking at search params. right here. And whenever they are being updated, the whole thing is updated too. And when that happens, I'm getting the reviews for user, which is a controller from my controllers. There is also the loader, which is a newer feature for React Router. Whenever you are hitting your, per se, I want to do this, hitting your route with the correct URL, you should be redirected directly to the page you're looking for. So see, the star is 1, the page is 5, which is 6, and the limit is 5. You can increase the limit if you want in the URL, but it's not needed. I love that part too. This is pretty much it for React reactive features, that everything is controlled with router state, location state, and router state / location state, because I'm per se for event details. See how I'm using the location state, and I have this van added to it because whenever I go to a van, the data is being fetched already. I don't have to refetch it, so I store it in location state, which is a feature of React Router. And for filtering, I'm just using the URL, which is, as I showed you before, is located right here. Use params. If you want to update them, just update them. On click, get whatever you want, update params, and you'll be good to go. Pretty simple. I love it. For the Node Express portion, which is a bit more, I don't say complicated, but it was a bigger head scratcher for me, I would say, especially with the cookies and with the authorization. I decided to use a cookie called access token, and it's HTTP only, so it's not browser doesn't have any access to it. And I create is authorized cookie on browser side, which is basically doing the same as use context. I should have do a use context and created a context, but this is done this way and it's working great in together with React Router. Without React Router, I'm not sure if it would work good, just because for React Router, in order to get your child routes, which are after the slash, you have to, this children route, right? In order to get those, you have to do something called outlet. So you can change, you can see if user is not authorized, which is getting the cookie that I've created, you're just being redirected to the host. Otherwise, your children will be displayed, which is login, register, and that's it. The logout doesn't have an element because it's just doing something, which is also pretty cool. Whenever I click on the endpoint called loader, it only deletes data, and then when you try to authorize yourself, notice that everything is deleted right here. So is authorized cookie is not present anymore. And I'm not able to get my information until I'm logged in, which is pretty cool. I love it. On a node portion, the controllers are looking this way, and a funny thing that I just figured out, when you're throwing your unauthenticated error, which is an extended class from error with a message right here, on the browser side, the error page right here, you will be able to get the response data if you rethrow your error again. You'll be able to get it from the error page. You've seen that error page before. It looks just like this. When you go to Vans, this is the, oh no, yeah, of course it's not working. But there is an error page. Something is not loading. Whatever, there is one. Oh yeah, I can do it right here. When you go to here, and if Joe Biden wants to log in, see, wrong user and password. Wrong user and password is the message from here. It's pretty neat. The auth middleware is having a course special enhanced course, because I'm using a first different the client is using different server, and I'm using protected I'm using protected routes, so I had to customize my course a little bit. And auth middleware is pretty simple right here. I'm having, if the session is still valid, per se, if the user hadn't been logging in for more than a month, I want to delete the cookie. And without it, the session will not be restored, and the user will have to relog in, and the session will have to recreate it. And the simple auth middleware is right here, which is basically doing what we're told to do. The JWT token verification, which is coming from your cookies that are not visible on the browser side, which I love. Why wouldn't I? And that's pretty much it. I'm having a lot of controllers here, the data generations, which is also was a fun thing to do, and queries, of course. Queries are under protected Vans controllers right here. Check out this aggregation score review. So first I had to get all the reviews for the owner. The review model has to know who created it, to whom it was created, and what van it belongs to, or rephrase if I say something incorrect. So based on that information, MongoDB was able to collect all that information with one query, but it's pretty complicated. It took me a while. Okay. Protected Vans. That's right here. Yeah, so it's matching, then it's grouping by average, whatever it found with a different score, it will give you an average. and it will give you a round number to decimals because I want 3.8 reviews, 3.8 score. Just that's a lot of fun. And yeah, everything else is straightforward. The income tab, once your income in last 3 months, and once your income in last 4 months, just to be able to display everything nicely in your, that's the wrong email, in your chart. Chart is done using Chart.js model, which is also working pretty good. And I have gotten the idea of the whole project from Scrimba. Scrimba has gotten their perfect layouts for the project like that, so I didn't have to think about it much. I just got their designs and created the project. I thank you for them for being helpful and for providing designs for us. That was very helpful. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to come out with a meaningful design. Okay, yeah, and that's that. There is probably something else going on under the hood, but not much. And this is my little van project. Thank you for your time and have a good day.